at Opus in the marketing department in our boardroom today. We're talking about the Cradled panels and the wonderful possibilities that you can do with them. They do come in a variety of sizes in 2 different widths. We have the 3/4 inch and the 1.5 inch, and we have some of our lovely Opus seeds here, and we'd like to talk about the different possibilities that you can do with them. So why don't we begin with Chris here, and he'll give us some great examples.
So I'm very much into photography. What I wanted to do with Cradled panels was create a shadow box effect like this. And this is done with 2 Cradled panels, one thicker one, which I've painted with fluid acrylics and some flow release medium, and it creates a nice blue stain. The other is just a 3/4 inch Cradled panel, which I mounted an acrylic gel transfer onto. And these are fun to make if you ever get a chance. All you do is you photocopy your favorite picture, and you apply the golden clear tar gel all over it quite liberally with a paintbrush. You can see I've got a bunch on there right now. When that dries, you get a piece like this, and I've already started working on this. And to get the paper off, you immerse it in water and rub away at the back, and eventually you get to something like this. And then you can use a little bit of spray adhesive and fix to your Cradled panel, and there you go. If you are looking for some color, you can paint your Cradled panel and you can see the color kind of shows through. It's a nice little effect. And then if you don't want to photocopy your photos, but you'd rather just use them as prints, Cradled panels, the deep ones in my opinion, make a nice little photo frame as well. So I really enjoyed working with them. And they smell like wood, which I like. Oh, right. Those of you who like to draw, wood is a really interesting surface to apply colored pencil to. It's a nice little textured surface, and you know, you probably got a little bit more to do than my Stegosaurus there. But it's fun, and I think it looks cool. So let me pass it back to you, Eric.
All right, this is my little piece right here. I'm behind the camera, so you won't see my face. This is actually a wood burning. I use this tool here, which looks pretty much like a soldering iron. It heats up and you can burn the wood. I drew the image on first and then burnt it on and then added the shading. And it's pretty obvious. It's wood, it burns. We don't actually sell this, but I think I got this at Lee Valley, and it's fairly cheap. It's a very basic type. They have more complex ones. And that's it. Charity?
I did 2 different kind of series here. I did one with an acrylic gel skin, which I didn't really like the direction it was going, so I then painted into it and actually painted right on it with the acrylic gel gloss and some of the actual paints, and kind of built up some of the layers, which I like layers. And then I also did a little series here on the small Cradled panels, which come in the smaller and the deeper width here. And I used the molding paste on top of it to give it a bit of texture, and then painted right on it and did a varnish top coat over it to give it a little bit of sheen with some gold, which means that they're really expensive. And Laura, what have you done?
Hi, so what I did first is I took gesso and I gessoed a Cradled panel because I was going to be using the white absorbent ground, and it's always best to gesso your surface first, and I put the white absorbent ground, which is wonderful because I wanted to have a watercolor effect using the golden fluid acrylics as well. And I did it in layers, and just to give a very painterly effect, as you can see. And one of the advantages of using a Cradled panel is that I was able to then sgraffito and scratch into the surface too. So I was able to just get different kinds of effects. And it was really fun, and I really recommend it. Thank you.
So come on down to Opus and pick some of these up. Feel them, they're really fun. They smell like wood, they're very nice. They're made out of a renewable resource, the Paulownia tree. It grows really fast. And have fun with new territory. Thanks.